think we as Jews in South Africa are really privileged to be part of the community in which we live. I'm sure all of you have traveled all over the world, and I'm sure all of you will agree there isn't another Jewish community such as the South African Jewish community anywhere else in the world. Our community does a lot, not only for us Jews, but for the community of South Africa as a whole. And I think that our contribution to South Africa over the centuries has been really, really significant, and I think we certainly can be very proud of our contribution. And there's nothing for us to be ashamed of. We are going through some difficult times as a Jewish people, both in Israel and in South Africa. We're now faced with this new labeling stuff that the government wants to impose upon us, and I think that all of us should be behind all the Jewish organizations that are trying to fight the labeling issue, and I'm sure all of you know about that, and I'm sure all of you will join me in making our influence felt, in making sure that South Africa isn't the first place that labels products from Israel made in Palestine. I believe Stephen Kossoff last year was probably standing in the same position as me, and he said to Louis van Ziene, it's very nice that us banks get to present these awards. Well, fortunately, we only got a little bank. So Louis and ABSA, thanks very much for supporting tonight. I think that you guys have done a lot for our community and for our society, and really appreciate all that you do for us. So thanks for sponsoring tonight. It now gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the Helen Suzman Lifetime Achievement Award. It's not you, Louisa. Because as you say, you are a shoch. The winner of the Helen Suzman Lifetime Achievement Award is Alec Wapnick.
Alec Wapnick, a visionary and an exceptional person, has made a valuable and significant contribution to property development in Pretoria, Johannesburg, and the surrounding areas.
My mother had a little general dealer's store, and she was very interested in property. She always talked about property. It sort of left a deep impression on me.
His innovative approach was first seen in Pretoria West, where Alec pioneered the mini-factory concept in South Africa.
There were mainly houses there and very little industrial, but it had the zoning for industrial rights. So we bought up a lot of these houses, and we became the biggest owners of property in this area. And what we did, in certain instances, we converted the houses into factories.
Alec was also instrumental in the site assembly and development of the Brooklyn Mall.
We started off small. We were going to buy a couple of houses and put up a small center, and gradually it grew and it developed into a major shopping center.
After completion, he undertook the management of this prized retail asset and then looked ahead, leading the way into value shopping in South Africa.
We liked the position very much, being situated on the N1, and we thought that we would be able to let it completely within a short time, so we went for it.
Alec Wapnick's contribution to the upliftment of our city's CBDs is significant. He pioneered the conversion of redundant and derelict office blocks in Pretoria and Johannesburg.
There's such a big infrastructure in the CBD. In Pretoria, for instance, all the government departments are there. So people are going to work in the CBD. if they are able to live next to their work, it's a tremendous advantage because they save a fortune in transport costs.
During his 55 years in the property industry, Alec has listed 4 companies onto the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. His passion, integrity, fair and considered approach, and his work ethic have been an example to all with whom he has been associated.
Some of our most prominent artists lived in Pretoria. There was Pioneer, who was perhaps the greatest. Peter Venning was a great artist. Eric Meyer, Frans Oorde, and Walter Batters. So 5 of our best artists lived in Pretoria. So I thought there must be a lot of art relating to Pretoria in existence. So we began looking for art, and we became known. People contacted us, and we've developed a big collection of such art. So we're really proud of this collection, and whoever sees it, you know, raves about it. We're really proud of it.
Alec has made an immeasurable contribution to the Pretoria Jewish community, which has greatly benefited from his mentoring, leadership, and wise counsel. He has also played an important part in the creation and development of the Jaffa Old Age Home and the Pretoria Shul.
I've worked very hard, and I think whatever I've built up, you know, in our youth movement, we used to have a song, and we're going to build brick by brick. And I think that's the story of my life too. Building up everything brick by brick. One thing led to another.
Alec Wapnick is a worthy recipient of the Jewish Achievers Lifetime Achievement Award.
Chief Rabbi, Rabbonim, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Brian, to accept the award from you. Such a big achiever in the country is indeed a pleasure. I wish to thank the selectors most sincerely for the Lifetime Achievement Award. I have received a number of other awards, such as Mr. Pretoria from the Chamber of Commerce, coincidentally also sponsored by APSA, the University of Pretoria for Achievement, and the City Council of Johannesburg. This award's rounds it all off, and coming a few days before my 80th birthday, I could not have wished for a better present. We have been involved in property development for over 50 years, embracing all kinds of property. In the last 10 years or so, we have converted derelict and dilapidated office buildings, both in Pretoria and Johannesburg, into residential buildings, providing clean and secure accommodation for about 40,000 people. These flats are occupied mostly by members of the previously disadvantaged community. At the age of 79, I decided to retire and hand over the reins to the younger people. I'm very fortunate that my children, Jeffrey and Sharon, who are involved in our business, are fully capable of taking over. My younger daughter, Lisa, is not involved, having opted instead to pursue her own embroidery business. Our management company, City Property, has a staff of over 400 people and offices in Pretoria and Johannesburg. They are experienced and able to handle all types of property development. My family and I have supported local charities, and we've also played an active role in a number of committees. We have also supported Israel since its establishment. We recently donated playgrounds in Kiryat Yam, near Haifa, and Sha'ar HaNegev in the south of Israel, which has suffered from the bombardment of rockets from Gaza. We have also agreed, at the request of the Prime Minister, to establish a playground facility in Lod, at a school in a poor area where the pupils are both Jews and Arabs. You have seen in the film all about our art gallery. This is something which grows all the time, and the Eric Meyer, which I first bought at an auction. I was able to buy another Eric Meyer yesterday of a similar property in town. In those days, I'm going back to our grandfathers when they came to Pretoria. They lived in the CBD in town, and as a result, our lovely shul in Paul Kruger Street was built near these houses. It is reputed that Paul Kruger opened the shul and said, "In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I hereby declare this place of worship open." Some time ago, I went to Las Vegas to attend a prestigious shopping center convention. I was amazed at the way they shared knowledge. Just a thought, they worked on the principle that if I give you $1 and you give me $1, we've each got $1. But if I give you an idea and you give me an idea, then we each have 2 ideas. Finally, a special thanks to my wife, Joan, for her tremendous support over the years. I hope you all enjoy the evening, and I salute all the nominees and winners here tonight. Thank you very much.